What's going on YouTube? Back at you with another video. Hey, I want to make a video explaining. I know I've been on the topic of aerations and overseeding and things like that because it's in the season right now, and I'm trying to let you know that once you are able to acquire an aerator, whether that's a walk behind or the Z-Rator that you can attach to your existing mower, get it. Some of those walk behind aerators are expensive, but it'll pay for itself if you get out there and hustle and kind of advertise, your aerations. Don't be cheap on the aerations either. There are no $75 aerations, no $80, no $90 aerations. We're going for like 100 to 135 to 150 minimum. Now for me to do any type of aerations, I don't care what size it is, what we're doing, front or back. If you're just doing the front, you might as well get the back done, because you get some customers to say, I just want the front done in this little area. Well, it's $150 just for this little small area, this 500 square feet of turf. Yeah, $150. You want me to do it? $150. That way you don't have to worry about going to Home Depot or whatever, waiting to rent it. If they got it, they might not have one. They might be out. You might have to wait till the next day. You're going to be paying $90 to $100 just for the walk behind aerators, things like that. If they got a stand-on aerator, you're going to pay more. So you might as well call me. And just get it done for $150. Don't have nothing to worry about, and go from there. You're done. Come there, I knock it out, you're done. But getting back to what I was saying, when you hear me talking about what I'm charging and things like that, there's companies that charge way more than me, which is good for them because they keep the market price high so that you can condition and let customers know that these services are not cheap. This service is not do me a favor type of service. This is a luxury service to get your grass aerated so that it can breathe, so they can receive the materials that you put down, which are the seed and the fertilizer, so it gets down in those holes and gives you the better root system. Oxygenate the lawn, and it's just beneficial to your lawn when you get your lawn aerated, and to your soil too, because you get to break up that clay type soil that's being compacted as you're running back and forth over it. The heat is drying it out. We got that clay type of dirt here in Missouri, so it's not that nice dirt that you got somewhere else. It's clay dirt. It's hard, so some of these lawns have to be treated, and there you go. So, but say for instance, these yards, the last yard that I did was the ticket price was, now they just wanted aeration and they wanted overseeding, and for a 25 pound bag, I usually charge $260 for that. For a 50 pound bag, I usually charge $300 for the seed, to put down the seed. Now you're saying, man, $300 is a lot of money for seed. You got to understand, guys, it's not just for the seed. It's for the seed that you go out and buy, which is probably going to be maybe $100, right? $110 tax, depending on if it's on sale or not. The grass seed I've gotten before that I usually use, I've gotten up to $225 in certain instances, and usually it's around $100 to get the seed, right? So you got to upcharge that. So the $300 for that 50-pound bag of seed, if you want to charge for the 300 for the seed, you got to remember, you're paying $100 for the seed. Where that leave you now? That leaves you with about $200, right? About $200 left in that pot, because you got to take out your pocket, buy the seed, $100, boom, that's gone. Okay, now you're gonna go do the work. You go do the work. Now you got your aerator. What are you charging for them to use your aerator? Because if you go to Home Depot, they're charging over $100 to get that aerator. If it's a stand-on, over $100 to get that stand-on. If it's a walk-behind aerator, they charge you at least $100 now to get that walk-behind aerator, right? So let's just say you don't have the stand-on aerator like I have. You got a walk-behind aerator, which they get the job done too, right? So say for instance it costs about $100. It's keeping it simple. It costs $100 to rent that thing, or for them to actually go rent it. So now you translate it to your business, and you say, well, if Home Depot is charging $100 to rent this thing, I'm going to charge $100 as well. So now you got, say that's $200 in the pot. But listen, you're not charging them, but you're charging them $100 for the aerator. So you only got $200 left in that pot. You staying with me? You charge $300 for the seed, right? You go out and get the seed. That's $100. Now you got $200. That's your profit, right? So, but they're paying for the machine too, right? And then they're paying for your labor. So let's say your labor is $90. Let's keep it simple. Let's say to do the job, you're charging $100 for labor. Okay? And that's between putting the seed down and the aeration. So you're charging $100 for labor. So now you're charging within that $100 that's left over, you're going to go get the seed. You're going to go get the seed. So within that $100, you can say, hey, I picked up this. I'm going to charge $50 for delivery to go get it and things like that. So you get what I'm saying though? You're not getting just $450. So let's do it simple. Let's do it even simpler. I'm going to take one of my jobs that I did, because I am not trying to hide any prices. I'm not trying to keep things secret. This is what I do. I don't care if anybody copies me or knows what I do and stuff like that. I'm still going to get my business regardless. So I'm not really worried about that, At least I'm keeping my prices high. So if you want to charge high prices, I welcome you that, because my prices are probably in that mid-range between the medium and high compared to other people. So I encourage you to charge either more than what I'm charging or along the lines of what I'm charging. So let's do this. I'm gonna give you an example. All right? I'm gonna give you an example. We're going to school today. You're gonna learn something. All right, check this out. I'm about to give it to you. Give it to you raw and uncut. A lot of guys on here ain't doing this, but I'm gonna do it for you. All right, let me go to my utilities. Go to my calculator. All right, I'm gonna pick one that I did. Okay, here's one. Here's one for you right here. And I know that I'm cheaper compared to some of the big lawn care companies out there. I'm still kind of cheaper than them, but I understand why they're higher, because they got more overhead and more employees, but they could get all their stuff at a discounted rate as far as their seed, their fertilizer, things like that. So here we go. Let's do it. Let's break it down. All right. I had a job that I got paid $783.74. All right. I'm going to tell you how much profit or money that was actually mine that I made off this job. All right. So, let's say $783.74. That's what I got paid for aerating it, overseeding it, and putting down winterizing fertilizer. So the aeration is mine because I own my aerator. And now the material that I have to get is the seed and the fertilizer, right? So out of that $783.74, this is with tax too. Remember, this is with tax. So I'm gonna break it down. Stay with me. Minus, I paid $150 for winterizing fertilizer and seed. $150. I think it was $150, $51 and some change. Let's just make it easy. Let's say $151.74. So it can all come out of here. $151.74. That's what I paid for the material. This is what I'm going to get. I made $632 off a job that took me an hour and 20 minutes. An hour and 10 minutes, I think. Wait, did I have it written down? How long did it take me? Where you at? Yeah, it took me an hour, 40 minutes, plus another 20, 60. So yeah, it took me an hour and 10 minutes to do that. And that was only due to the fact that I was training Junior on it. So I had to kind of keep track, and I was just watching him majority of the time. I was trying to watch him. But I could have been doing other things to speed up the process where we could have been done with that in 45 minutes to an hour. But that's here nor there. It still took me about an hour or so to do that. So out of that hour or so to do that, I made $632 off that yard, minus the material, right? So, and I had to pay Junior $20 to $40 for those hour and a half or 2 hours that it took us to do it. So let's just say an hour. I paid him, let's just say an hour and a half. I paid him $40 for helping me out. So that's your labor that you're paying towards your worker. So let's do minus $40 equal $592. $592, okay? Okay, let's say it took me, I don't know, $7 worth of gas. But let's say it took me $5 to $7 worth of gas. Let's say it took me $5 to $7 worth of gas to do that and to get there. So let's say $10. Let's say $10. Now let's just say $20 of gas for running the which is kind of stretching it. $20. I don't think it takes $20, but let's just say it takes $20 for gas that you're gonna say that you put towards this job. Let's say these are just. let's just say minus $20. I'm still $572 in my pocket. So that should be it for the gas to get there, for the aerator, for your labor, and then for the material. You subtract all that from your job, and you still got $572. That's all mine. $572, that's all mine. Which is gonna go, which is sad. It's gonna go to a truck payment. It's gonna go to, a car payment. It's gonna go to insurance. That money's really gone. That money's really gone. But I still made the money though. But that money still go. It's crazy how you make money, and they go whoop whoop whoop, and they just go out the door because you got expenses, other expenses and stuff like that. So in reality, yeah, you made the money. 500. That's why business is so hard. You made all this money, $500 something, within an hour, and then guess what? At the end of the month, oh man, some bill collector is getting it. Your mortgage is getting it. Your insurance is getting it. That's a car note. That's a truck note. That's an insurance bill. That's part of your mortgage. Man, that money be going quick. That's why at the end of these months, you've been taking all your money and rotating it back into business. That's why business is so hard, because you got to make so much money and so much profit to the point where you can get a little to save a little and to do things with, but at the same time, you still got to pay the bills to run your business. You got to pay the bills to run your business. Putting gas in the trucks, gas in your mowers and your blowers and your trimmers, maintenance, insurance. Shoot, on all my insurance, I'll be honest with you, man, for the vehicles that I got and paying all the insurance, I'm paying at least $800 a month. 800 and some change a month just for auto insurance, commercial insurance. Auto insurance and commercial insurance on all my trucks and vehicles. That's $800 going out the door every month. $700, $800 a month going out the door just for insurance, which is a scam until you really need it. And then it's hard to get the money from the insurance people because they don't really want to pay you. If you get in an accident, they don't even want to pay you for what your car is worth. They try their best to not pay you or pay you less than what the car is worth, or totaled out, or whatever the case is, or theft, or whatever the case is. They don't even want to pay you. But they want you to pay them each month. That's why I'm not even going to get into that, but yeah. Anyway, guys, but that's the scenario on aeration. I'm not getting that whole $783 because you got to pay for everything else out of there. Now, still out of that $500 something that I'm getting, you're still paying like insurance, car note, gas, things like that. So in reality, that money's really gone. In reality, you got it for that quick second, and at the end of the month, all that money that you kind of made is going to go. Unless you're disciplined enough to save the money, to put money away, to invest in some stocks and bonds or something like that. Just throw it in there and just be like, put your hands up. Just put your hands up, throw it in there, put your hands up. You ain't got it no more. You ain't got it no more. That's how you got to go be disciplined. I'm going to make a video one day about how you got to be disciplined and the way you got to, your mindset got to be rewired to be able to like save money, set money to the side, keep an emergency fund, and try to invest in some stocks, bonds, crypto. I'm gonna make a video like that because you just you gotta have a different mindset. You know, that what's that guy name that I'm not gonna really say his name, the one that got assassinated. You know, the thing about that is, man, life is funny. Life is funny because that guy was worth $30 million and he was going to continue to make more money. He was worth $30 million. $30 million. He was 31 years old. So he was making millions of dollars a year. He was making millions of dollars a year, and he was on his way possibly to become some type of politician or something. You know that's what his next goal was going to be, as far as in the realm of running for presidency or running for governor or running for something. He was going to start running for something. But I was looking at the aspect. I was looking at how much money he was making and how much money he was worth. He was worth $30 million. So therefore, he's making millions of dollars each year. So, yeah, man. And that money is gone. Gone. You know, his wife is going to benefit from it. His children is going to benefit from it. Hopefully, you know, they're going to have I wouldn't even say a GoFundMe, but his funeral's paid for. He probably had a big life insurance policy. You know, the government, Trump, and everybody is going to chip in money, and they going to be all right. His family's going to be all right. And that being said, that money that he's making, that he did make, life is short, man. Regardless of what happened to him, you know, life is short, and you're doing all these things and you're doing all this, and you never know what's going to happen the day that it happens for you to go home. You don't know. So don't beat yourself up too much about life. I know we got to get through life. I know we go through trials and tribulations, but do not beat yourself up, because this is life. This is life. Life is not going to be good to you. Life is not going to, I wouldn't say it's not going to be good to you, but it's not always going to be good to you. Life is all about trials and tribulations, and the devil is here to test you. He's testing you every day. He's testing you every day to see how you're going to respond to these situations and your circumstances. He's the tester. He's testing you. He's there to test you, to see if he can break you, to see if he can throw a monkey wrench in your program, and you won't follow the way that you was going to go, and you won't believe, and things like that. He's there to test you. But I ain't trying to get into all this, what I believe in and things like that. But life is all but a big test, man. And at the end of the day, we all gonna die. We all gonna die. So enjoy your life. Enjoy the trials and the tribulations and the struggles. Look at it as, you know, a test that's gonna make you stronger. And man, go from there. You know, life is not all what is summed up to be. Life is about family and just trying to do the best you could do before you check out of here. That's all it is. And if that message can make you feel a little bit better about life, because I get beat up all the time. I feel like I get beat up all the time, but I do feel like I'm blessed too at the same time. So it's all a game. Life is a game. And you just got to be able to play the game. You got to be able to start over and put your chips back down and stuff like that. Life is a game. Life is a test. And long as you are true to yourself, true to your family, you're treating people with respect, kindness, and you're treating people with dignity, and that you're being you're able to you're able to put yourself in other people's shoes. But long as you're nice to people, you're not treating them, unkindly and things like that, you'll be good. You'll be good. You'll get rewarded. It's no reason to be mean. There's no reason to be a certain type of way where you're disregarding people's feelings, life, and things like that. But I'm sorry I went and left, but yeah, I was just thinking about that because we tend to be really hard on ourselves, and sometimes you just got to sit back and be like they say, life be lifing. That's what the new kids say today. Life be lifing. So, and that's how they get over it. They just be like, life be life, and this is life. All right, on to the next day. Some kids are like that. So sometimes you got to sit back and look at some of the new generation and see how they really think about life, because they don't think like the old school guys and old school people do. We kind of beat ourselves up even more, especially when you're trying to accomplish things. We tend to beat ourselves up. So don't beat yourself up. And like I said, when you make this money with this aeration tip, all that money is not yours. You do have to accommodate to, you have to know that you're paying labor, you're paying, and you're paying for material, and then everything, and gas and stuff like that, and then whatever's left over in the pot, that's your profit. So, and if you can have 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7 of these lined up, you'll make a couple of thousand within that week or that day or whatever the case is. So, all right, guys, I'm out. Hey, thanks for sticking around with me. I know this is a long video, but thanks for sticking around with me. If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe to the channel, and I'll get back with you on the next one. See ya.